Greetings, esteemed constellations. A former aggressor here, bringing you the memory of Kabukicho Night Festival, Tsukuyomi's Tale. Why do I shine like the moon above in this city of night? To make you sparkle, of course. I am here as a mere stage device, a spotlight providing illumination as you act out the tale of your life. You can shine even brighter, I know it, and it is my role to make you realize so. It's been hard out there in the outside world, hasn't it? Let me wipe those tears. See? You're all clean. This is a special place, made for you to shine. A stage of only you and me, away from all the world's troubles and foibles. Look back to the audience. Is not the shadow my light casts too bright, too great for you to see who is watching you? To them, it is those who watch the play and those who do not. To us, it is those who take the stage and those who do not. The world is divided into two, into here and there. Let us take to this stage then and start our own story. I make my usual appearance to the fanfare of my black-suited staff, and my underclassmen appear baffled. They don't look too terribly experienced in the ways of nightlife, so I have to wonder if the performance was a bit overstimulating. Well, half of this appearance of mine belongs to my younger brother, famous in our homeland. I can't blame anyone for being taken in by its appeal. So you're here to escort Lancelot, and you were also picked out as an exchange student? That's right, Shiro. I was chosen to go to Kabukicho Academy as the third-year ambassador. I'm stunned, honestly, that one as famous as I am in Kabukicho would end up picked for this trip. How fearsome coincidences are. Are you kidding me? What's the point of sending someone who basically lives in Kabukicho there on an exchange trip? The system isn't making any sense. But wait, wouldn't going with someone who knows the lay of the land be reassuring for Lancelot? You've got a point there, Kengo. You're really getting to the heart of the matter. And you, Ryota, thanks for trusting me. I intend to see to it that no harm or worry comes to your friend, so you don't need to worry about any of that. I give my answer to Lancelot's friends, who stand by him through thick and thin. That's how they are as far as I remember, at least the three core members, as well as Toji and Moritaka. Those who come out and say my sacred artifact holds nothing but joy would be too direct, too artless. And that's how I got the long and short about the exchange trip in Shinjuku Academy a few days ago. You barely make any moves to begin with, and this is what you call us out here to tell us? And, having an exchange student show up at the school won't really have much of an effect on Kabukicho itself, right? Hey! Exchange trip means that boss from over in Shinjuku is going to be a Kabukicho denizen? No, I'm jealous. I want to get exchanged from Umamichi and have a school life of hard knocks with the boss. Tetsua's desire to go wild aside, I'm not expecting this to be a nice and quiet exchange trip. Kabukicho Academy is a school of exiles and outcasts. They're not going to accept someone from the outside easily. especially with K-Fest a day away and in-group solidarity at its peak. Lancelot is one thing, but even you might find yourself in a rough spot if you make a wrong move, King of Night. Still kinda sleepy. Quit yawning and straighten up, Ellie. You're the guildmaster around here. Anyway, there's something I wanted to ask. What are we gonna do about Lancelot's living quarters? Can't we just find some random shop that operates during the day and have him spare a sofa? Don't be ridiculous, Tetsuya. We're talking about another guildmaster here. We can't afford to suffer any attacks on the head of the summoners, random or planned. That'll put us at odds with West Shinjuku. Now, I'm not afraid of a fight, but what I don't want to do is start the fire. We've also got a lot of members who can't go around showing their faces. I thank you for the consideration. What are we to do then? I'm thinking of having Lancelot stay in the Outlaw's safe house. This is something I can't simply decide unilaterally, so I've gathered the Queen and the rest of you here to discuss it. Wait, that's all? Well, you don't need to ask me. I definitely... Hold it, Tetsuya. You live here in Kabukicho. Calm down and think about it. You live here in Kabukicho. Tetsuya, that's just what I expected from you. Your will to protect these sleepless streets is powerful. I elect to listen. Tsukuyomi, if I'm not mistaken, it sounds like you want us to take in an outsider just because you personally say so. No, you're not actually trying to push the outlaws into accepting him, are you? His words are aggressive, and unfortunately for me, not untrue. How will I respond? At the very least, as of right now, my push to bring Lancelot into the hideout is, indeed, personal. Goodness me. Tsukuyomi, could you not stand to share the truth of your heart more with the others? I'm sure then that even Tetsuya would accept and understand. You believe this will benefit the guild, don't you, Tsukuyomi? A smile creeps over my face. Calling Mr. Kresnik over was the right choice indeed. Though a teacher at Kabukicho Academy, both parties have agreed to have him as part of the guild. A splendid answer, Mr. Kresnik, though I cannot give a detailed explanation. Or perhaps it would be more correct to say that I do not know how. King of Night, you mean to say it is nowhere to be found in your memories? Shino throws me a lifeboat, conveniently. Adults always do come through for me. Had there been adults like this to guide my siblings and me back then, I'm losing my train of thought. Now, as you all know, I am Tsukuyomi, the one who reads the waxing and waning of the moon in the night sky. Illuminating our guild's way forward is my job. While I won't say I know everything that lies ahead, I can see much of it. To know history is to be able to predict some of the future. The movements of the moon are also read from the accumulation of the past. Therefore, the long and short of what lies ahead of us can be read as an extension and continuation of the past. That being said though, I am only able to read what is good for me. That's what I meant when I said I don't know everything that lies ahead. Now, I have communicated my readings to the guild, thus fulfilling, in my small way, my role as King of Night. While one might expect my time spent here in Kabukicho with Lancelot to be an open book to me, given how much I would anticipate such an enjoyable event. As clouds drift before the full moon, and winds sweep away flowers in bloom, so does joy in life seem tailor-made to be ruined. To think such a future would be clouded, even to my trained eyes. So you're saying that we are dealing with something uncertain, that even your clairvoyance cannot see. Seeing me nod at Marcosius' observation, the guild members exchange looks with each other. From this lack of a reading, then, we can judge that if something is going to happen, that it will likely start with me, the exchange student, or something that happens in Kabukicho Academy. My basis for this conclusion, however, is rather lacking, which is why I want Lancelot close by, as a personal convenience. Always so roundabout as usual. If it's for the guild's benefit at the end of the day, there's no reason for me to complain. I'll follow orders like a soldier should. Go ahead, do what you want. Thank you, Tetsuya. Though you could stand to be a touch more forthcoming in your answers. I do appreciate you volunteering to voice the thoughts that everyone has a hard time admitting, though. Lancelot isn't an unknown entity in this guild. The group would have agreed to Tsukuyomi's proposal easily. Yet Tetsuya went out of his way to lodge a complaint in an effort to make sure the organization would not be used for anything other than its original purpose. The Outlaws is a guild formed for the outcasts of Kabukicho. He must have thought that if our rogue I's weren't dotted and T's weren't crossed, we would be in danger of losing sight of our goal. That's our Tetsuya, a cool exterior and demeanor, but with a more caring heart than any other. Adorable, really. Do I have everyone's agreement? Regardless of the fact we'll have to prepare for the unknown? The outlaws each nod their head at my question. Thank you. Very well then. I will invite Lancelot to our neighborhood first thing tomorrow. With the meeting over with, the guild members each returned to their jobs and normal lives. I began heading for the venue's break room to take a breather when I'm stopped by someone calling out to me. Hold on, Tsukuyomi. There's something I'd like to speak with you about, as a teacher at our local academy. Oh my, of course, Mr. Kresnik. What might you need? Now, it hurts to ask you to do this, right after the exchange has been set in stone, but... A few days later, I take to the stage with Lancelot. Now comes the question, will my little stint in Kabukicho Academy prove memorable enough to stay with me? And that's the end. Thank you for tuning in to this stream, esteemed constellations. Until next